We're Team 6.4, and today we're going to talk about the performance analysis of the hotel that we just took over, Nakatomi Plaza. Our property is a 3-star hotel located in the city center. We have 250 guest rooms in total, including 50 premium and 200 standards. Also, you can find a restaurant with 125 seats that is adjoined by a 50-seat bar lounge section. Beside, you can find other facilities, such as a 2,000 square feet of conference and event space in flexible configuration for up to 200 people, 1 bay exercise room, a small pool, and an outdoor recreation area. For the 4 following quarters, our objectives are the following. First, we want to have above 12.5% market share for every single channel. Secondly, we want to have above 100 for every index, which are the MPI, the RRI, and the RGI. Thirdly, we want to keep our GOP above 35%. And lastly, our target customer are, in weekdays, groups and contracts, and in weekends, leisure standards, group and contracts. As an overview, this is the pricing strategy that we use for our quarters. For quarter 1 and 2, we used a value-based pricing. And for quarter 3 and 4, we used a competitive-based pricing. Our average total occupancy was 65.92%. As we can see in the graph, we earned most of our revenue through rooms, and our high season happened in between the end of quarter 2 and quarter 3.
So now we are going to talk about planning and processes according to our objectives. Through the comments and the overall reputation performance, we understood that the importance of refurbishment and services. Therefore, we decided to invest in refurbishment and services. So our expenses increased per quarter and our reputation improved accordingly. For the first quarter, we aimed to attract groups. So we invested on business center and basic facilities. We also renovated the front desk, lobby area, and redid meeting rooms. For the second quarter, we did, as our overall reputation performance is good according to the previous quarter, we invested more on services and soft goods redo. And for the third quarter, despite our degrading reputation performance, we still focused on soft goods redo and contract cleaning because we enter our high season. And lastly, for the fourth quarter, due to the overall low reputation performance and entering low season, we started to invest heavily and renewing and redoing front desk, lobby, and associate facilities. This decision improved our overall reputation performance.
As we are a 3-star hotel, we try to maintain low price, low quality. As we can see through quarter 1, we successfully maintained our goal. Since we realized a slight decrease in occupancy rate from January to February, we decided to invest more on advertising due to the comments we received. Since then, we successfully enhanced our occupancy rate by 7.9%. Due to the fact that our ARI is below 100, we raised all our room price in order to maintain competitiveness with a room market share of 12.9%. However, it is strange that we got both MPI and ARI below 100, but with RGI that is above 100. If we don't have any rooms out of order, it means that ADR ComSet is wrong as they didn't consider ComSet's trigger point. By considering RevPAR index is right, our new ARI is 104.4. We maintain our aim at low price and low quality for quarter 2. However, due to the overly low quality perceived by customers, we decide not to increase our price before increasing the quality. This decision results in a low ARI. However, with a high occupancy rate, it strengthens our RevPAR index to 102.8. In quarter 2, we reach a high occupancy rate of 81% with an increase of 25% since April, even with degrading reputation management. We assume that extra occupancy comes from guests of the hotel that wins a bid. This results in a high market share of 12.87%. For quarter 3, due to the high season and the loss of RFP, we expected to maintain a high occupancy rate in the beginning, so we raised our price by 10 this quarter for every segment. This results in a high price and low quality position due to our competitive pricing. However, we lowered the rate in September as we were entering the low season. We decided not to sacrifice our rate to win the RFP, although the large group is one of our target customers. We reached our highest occupancy rate of 82.72% in July, and it started to degrade afterwards. Despite the degrading occupancy rate, we still maintain our RevPAR index above 100 for this quarter, with an average performance in reputation management. For quarter 4, after several refurbishments are made, we positioned mainly in high price and high quality. This contradicts with our 3-star hotel background. We decreased our room rate by 5 due to the low season, and it immediately reflects in an increase of 6% in October. Despite the continuously degrading occupancy rate of 14.5%, we still maintain our RevPAR index at 100.8, enjoying a good reputation management performance. Compared to the year-to-date index of 99.5 MPI, 102 ARI and 102.3 RGI, both our ARI and MPI outperformed. However, due to the technical problem that happened in quarter 1, ARI should be 100. This results in a 12.33% market share.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm going to be talking to you about our marketing and advertising strategy. In the beginning of the year, we had decided not to invest heavily on marketing platforms as we felt it was not that necessary at the time, trying to conserve our budget. This proved to be a big mistake as it resulted in numerous amounts of feedbacks from our clients complaining that they cannot find our hotel on any platforms. We wanted to increase incrementally throughout the year, as you can view through the image, until the end of the period as we were trying to sell as many rooms as possible. Therefore, we'll be reacting to the feedback of our clients. Next, I'm going to talk to you about our room segmentation on weekdays and weekends. This is for the whole period. As you can see in this image, through weekdays, our bar standard were our most loyal target segment, with large groups coming in second, which was in line with our strategy concerning groups. On weekends, we see the bar standard at the top, with surprisingly tours being our second and most loyal segment. This will now lead me to our channel distribution strategy, where the biggest human error mistake came into effect throughout this simulation. For the human error, in the following image, you will be able to view that we are investing heavily in marketing to attract as many groups as possible. This is aligned with our overall strategy, as we thought groups were going to generate the largest amount of revenue. While the decision to invest in marketing on channels such as GDS and OTA for groups was good, we had a miscommunication in our team. And as you can see in the following image, that you can view our channel management for the same month of February, and we see no rooms assigned to GDS or OTAs. This had a knock-on effect, as you can imagine, and you can see that now in the image of rooms sold over the period. We sold no rooms to these channels. For the final image, you can see that we adjusted our channel management strategy. However, we were not able to see any rooms sold in the following months, so we dropped the strategy entirely, unfortunately, as the period was coming to an end. Finally, concerning trigger points, we applied the maximized rate strategy for the high season during July and August, and we used maximized occupancy strategy for the rest of the months. The trigger points are calculated according to the price range for the different strategy used. However, we made a small adjustment along with the price change.
We have adopted value-based strategy in quarter 1 and 2. Since we invested heavily on the first 2 quarters, those investment increases the perceived value from the customers, so we increased our prices accordingly. We are going to analyze our overall performance through ADR, occupancy rates, and RevPAR. The ADR is 190, which is $4 higher than the competition set. Meanwhile, we are only sacrificing 0.31% of our occupancy rates, which brings us to yearly RevPAR of 120, comparing it to 117 to the market set. Now let's take a closer look of our pricing strategy by quarter. So for the quarter 1, we started rather slow in the first quarter, with much attention put in groups and contracts for weekdays, and leisure standards groups contracts for weekends. We set our trigger points accordingly to maximize occupancy strategy. Moving along to second quarter, our ADR has only increased slightly by 1.58%. As we are still adopting the value-based strategy, we decided to increase our quality before increasing the price. Moving forward to third quarter, we have reached our highest ADR in August. Our occupancy rate had increased by 15% in quarter 2, but our ADR had only increased slightly by 1.58%. Therefore, we increased the price by $6 for all weekday rooms for our targeted segments. Come to the last quarter, we increased the room rates by $6 even with a decreasing occupancy rate in November, because we decided to reject the RFP and accept those guests from the hotel that win the bid. There was also a sudden decrease by 3.66% in ADR in December, as we lowered the room rates by $10 and the occupancy rates for Q3 was decreasing as we entered the low season. Meanwhile, we have been placed as high price, high quality, even we are supposed to be in the low quality, low price. This graph demonstrates that we have a higher rate for weekdays than weekends throughout the year, with the understanding of the high demand during weekdays from last year, and we are also targeting groups and contracts for weekdays. We expect a higher occupancy for each quarter when comparing with last year. There is a sudden decrease in occupancy from Q3 to Q4. This is because of the whole industry is going back to the low season. But overall speaking, we have achieved a great improvement by 23.18% on average.
Now we are going to analyze our performance through 3 KPIs. So we benchmark with the performance last year and see if we improved throughout this year. The table shows that both ARI and RGI are competitive, but we failed to achieve the objective for MPI. However, we can see the improvements compared to last year. For the market share, we have an average of 12.48% throughout the year. We almost reached 12.5%. If we could have avoided the human errors and strictly apply our pricing strategy, we will be able to maintain a larger market share. For GOP, we reach our goal of 35% because the average is 42%. Our overall performance shows that we didn't successfully collect target customers we want. This might be due to the fact that we didn't maintain our position in low price and low quality, and we failed to align channel management with our marketing investment. Our recommendation for short term is that we should always make sure to align the decisions of channel distribution or marketing investment with a better collaboration. Also need to pay attention to the channels that are frequently used by groups so that we invest our money on the right place. For the long term, we should constantly refurbish throughout the year to improve our overall reputation performance, as well as constantly investing more on marketing expenses to enhance our visibility. This can lead to a higher market share.